Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and
that's
this is
Dixie,
and
we're Love Hut for Life.
We've been living in our truck bed tiny house for 44 whole weeks now.
This week we managed to get a lot done on the house, as well as find a few secret hidden waterfalls.
Yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this week's video. If you do, be sure and hit that thumbs up button and leave us a comment below. On Saturday morning, we were both absolutely ecstatic when our little buddy Adzo showed up after being missing for almost an entire week.
We spent most of the day loving on her and managed to get a little done to the house.
Next morning, we were up bright and early, determined that we were going to get some work done that day.
We did manage to get a little work done to our basement door / outside kitchen, but before long the rain had us hiding.
It wasn't long before we had an old friend joining us underneath the house.
My longtime friend Jonathan stopped by and hung out with us as we entertained him with our ridiculous stories of travel all over the country this winter.
And the next morning, Shane went to go visit John's dad to get some new shoes for the Chevy.
Our friends at A&R Tire really hooked us up. Maybe we won't get stuck in the desert this year.
Meanwhile, I was back at the house adding some paint to the new trim that we've added since we've been here.
By the time I got home, my girls were itching for adventure, so we left the hut behind to see what we could find.
With all of the rain that's come in from Hurricane Laura, we haven't been able to do much of anything outside, so we were taking advantage of what we thought was going to be a sunny day.
One of my favorite things about North Alabama is that growing up, this was just another day walking down a dirt road, but now I realize just how special the place I come from truly is.
Yep, the woods are definitely our happy place, and I think all three of us were pretty excited to be back in them, at least until the rain hit. We were about halfway through the trail when the rain hit, and Shane and I weren't interested in going back. I think Dixie might have disagreed by that point, though.
When we made it to the end, there was absolutely no doubt that getting a little wet was worth it.
As we came up to Welty Falls, the rain cleared out and the sun started shining, and it was an absolutely miraculous view.
We weren't exactly ready to leave, to say the least, but this was only one of the waterfalls we intended on seeing that day, and Dixie was dead set on getting back to the truck where there was no rain and mud.
She was pulling me so hard on the way back to the truck. It's amazing how strong these little things can be.
Headed up the road to our next destination, a little worried about those clouds hanging over our heads, but we were determined to enjoy our day.
This next spot doesn't have a name, and until recently, we didn't even know that it existed. We decided to check it out on the recommendation of a friend, and we're very glad that we did.
We were thrilled with what we found, even if Dixie wasn't quite as excited.
This spot is absolutely incredible. Not only is the waterfall there, but there's also a rope swing, a natural water slide, and cliffs to jump off of. We were both pretty disappointed that we didn't have our swimsuits with us.
Dixie wasn't disappointed though. She was very much ready to get home.
We made it to the truck just before the rain hit again and decided to test out those new tires of ours.
We made it home just in time to curl up underneath our house and watch the rain come down. Woo! That's a lot of rain.
Dixie was so tired that I don't even think she noticed when the cat decided to use her as a bed.
The next morning, we washed 24 states worth of dirt off of our truck and got started on a very important new project, our new door.
Last week we bonded 2 pieces of plywood together and picked up a window frame at a local thrift store that we were really excited about.
Today was about making sure that door fit and getting this custom window frame installed.
And the next morning we were back at it again with the help of our little buddy Adzo. Shane got back to work on the door while I worked on some interior framing for the bedroom.
And again the next day. This door has turned into a bigger project than we ever intended on it being.
But we did manage to get the paint on it today, and if you notice, it's a brighter yellow than the rest of the house, which means the entire Love Hut is about to get a paint job.
I got all the trim that Kelsey had stained the day before installed into the bedroom.
That allowed us to get the measurements so that we could get the rest of the trim cut and stained to be installed next week.
Our last door failed us due to a lack of waterproofing, totally on my part. I'm not letting that happen again. As far as the interior goes, I'm using several coats of stain and varnish to seal it, and the outside is sealed with several coats of latex paint.
The next morning, Shane had to go build fences, so Dixie, Adzo, and I just hung out around here waiting for our friends to arrive that were coming to visit for the weekend from Florida.
We're super excited to be closing out our week with Mary and Kyle from Calkins Cross Country, who've come to spend the weekend with us. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, as well as leave a comment below telling us what you thought. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, go ahead and hit that button too.
Yeah, guys, just like every week, we want to take the time to say thank you to each and every one of you that are watching and supporting us. If you're looking for a new way to support us, we do now have a Patreon page that you should definitely check out as well. The link will be below in the comments.
This week we got a lot done. In preparation for this coming week, we plan on having a lot of fun.
Yeah, guys, we are super excited to have Calkins Cross Country here with us, and are looking forward to going and finding what adventure is next.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.
Peace out. Have a good one.